Yes, Jai Hind and hello everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. This is Sunil Jangid and we were discussing preposition, right? We have started preposition and it's day today, it's lecture 2 in preposition. So let us revise ki what we have discussed in the previous lecture. We started preposition and as I said ki preposition is the most important chapter you can say from your entire syllabus, right? If you are preparing for SBI Grade B or any of the banking exam, this is one of the most important chapters from which many questions are asked. You can say from filler's point of view, you can say, or you can say in grammatical part also. This is very necessary and very common chapter in your all exams. So let us revise what we discussed in the last lecture. In starting, I told you about the definition of preposition, and kindly share this session with all your friends and relatives. Invite them all. We are going to start preposition. It's lecture second and it's very important class for you all, right? Initially we discussed the preposition, the definition of preposition, right? And after that I told you some of the cases, like I told ki these are the words by which you can get many of replies. You can say when you just put the question with what and whom, reply of what and whom will always be subject or object, right? And if you question a sentence with what kind of or which, its reply will always be adjective. When you put question with when, its reply will always be adverb of time. When you put questions with where, its reply will always be adverb of place. With the help of how, you will get a reply of adverb of play, adverb of manner. And when you put questions with the help of to what extent, right, its reply will always be adverb of degree. And when you just ask questions with the help of how often, its reply will always be adverb of frequency. Okay. And after that I told you some of the verbs, and these are the verbs which are transitive verbs. And I told you the concept: transitive verbs are never followed by prepositions. Transitive verbs never demand a preposition. Usually examiner just give errors by putting prepositions after transitive verbs. So I told you the entire list of transitive verbs. What are the transitive verbs? These are the transitive verbs, right? We discuss this in the last lecture. So let us proceed. So these are the verbs. So let us discuss some of these verbs. Like if you just talk about this verb enter. Okay, take an example. If I speak like this, if I say the students entered into the office without permission. First sentence, this one is: the students entered into the office without permission. First sentence. And the second one is: they entered into the proposal. They entered into the proposal, agreement, fight, quell, etc. Two different sentences you have. So let us discuss this verb enter. This verb enter, if you talk about, make it sure. If we talk about this verb enter, in one case this verb is always transitive when this verb enter shows the sense of get or come into, when you just talk about get into or come into, right? In this situation, this verb is always transitive, and transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. Don't use any preposition after this verb enter when it shows the sense of get into or come into. But make it sure this verb enter is also an intransitive verb. This verb is also an intransitive when it shows the sense of to get involved. When it shows the sense of to get involved, this verb is always intransitive, and in this sense, to get involved, this verb demand a preposition into. You can use a preposition into with enter. So let us apply this concept in different two sentences. In the first sentence, the students entered into the office. It means here this verb enter is a transitive verb. Here enter means to come into or get into, right? What did the students enter? The students entered the office. This office is direct object, and this is the reply of verb what, right? And if you get a transitive verb, as we know, transitive verbs are not followed by preposition. So in the first sentence, drop preposition into, sentence will be fine. But if you talk about the second sentence, the writer is saying the students and they entered into the proposal, agreement, fight or quell. Here this verb enter is intransitive verb. Reason behind, here the meaning of enter is to get involved. The writer wants to say that they got involved into the proposal, or they got involved into the agreement, fight or quell. It shows the sense of to get involved. Now it becomes intransitive verb, and as we know, intransitive verb, this verb enter, intransitive verb is followed by preposition. So this sentence is okay. So you have to focus on what you have to find it out ki in which particular sense this verb is going to be used. Whether it is transitive verb, it shows the sense of come into or get into, right? It shows the sense of that, come into or go into, right? Or you have to find it out also ki whether it is going to be used in the sense of to get involved. In this situation, it becomes intransitive verb. We can use preposition into, but in the first sentence, this is transitive verb. You are getting object, reply of what, so drop preposition into, right? So this is the concept. Okay, let us talk about some other examples, like some other verbs, or you can say these are the verbs. If I say, let us talk about a verb that is marry. Okay, if I take an example, if I say a sentence, Ram married blank Sita, first sentence. Or if I say Sita married blank Ram, right? Two different sentences. Again, if I say Ram is married blank Sita, and the last sentence is Sita is married blank Ram. Sita is married blank Ram. Different four sentences you have, and make it sure this concept is usually seen in different exams. So this is the most common example you can say, which we find in different exams. Like we are talking about here, we are talking about a verb, and that verb is marry. Make it sure this word marry shows, this word marry is used in two different sense or two different part of speech. One, this verb is transitive verb. This word is used as a transitive verb, and when this verb is transitive verb, this is never followed by any preposition. Don't use any preposition if it is used as a verb. And make it sure this word marry is also used as an adjective, right? And whenever this word marry is used as an adjective, it demands a preposition to. It demands a preposition to. So let's apply it in the sentence. Here word married is a transitive verb. this is the subject, and Ram married whom, this is the object, this is the reply of whom. So this is transitive verb. Transitive verbs are never followed by any preposition. Actually, transitive verbs are followed by an object. So sentence will be like Ram married Sita. Same thing happens in the second sentence. Here also we have a transitive verb, second form of the verb this one is, and this is transitive verb. Transitive verbs are followed by object. So don't use any preposition if word marry is going to be used as a verb, right? Both sentences are okay. You don't have to use any preposition if verb marry is used as a verb. This is transitive verb actually. Okay, in the third sentence here, make it sure this sentence, if you talk about, this sentence is not in passive, this sentence is in active voice. Actually Ram is doer here. Here word Ram, this subject is doer here, and this word Sita is also doer. Both the persons are doer, because marry is an action in which both the genders are involved, whether you are talking about bride or groom, both involved in this activity or in this process. And if both are doer, so it means this sentence is not in passive voice, this is linking verb, and after linking verb this word married is an adjective, and with this adjective we use a preposition to. So now sentence will be like Ram is married to Sita. And if you talk about, same thing happens here in the last sentence, this is linking verb, this is adjective, this is also doer, and Ram is also doer, both the persons are doer. So this sentence is in active voice, and in active voice linking verbs are followed by an adjective, and this word adjective demands a preposition to. So sentence will be like Sita is married to Ram. So it is very clear now कि you have to find it out कि word marry is going to be used as an adjective or as a verb. If it is a verb, this is always a transitive verb. Transitive verbs are never followed by a preposition. And if it is going to be used as an adjective, now it demands a preposition to. So make it clear. Okay, so let us move to the next, some of the verbs. Like if we talk about a verb shoot. Okay, if you talk about this verb shoot, take some example. Okay, the first sentence is the hunter shot blank the lion and killed it. The hunter shot blank the lion and killed it. And the second sentence is the hunter shot blank the lion but it escaped. The hunter shot blank the lion but it escaped. Okay, so let us discuss both the sentences. Make it sure whenever we use a verb shoot, right, this verb shoot is used in two different sense. Okay, it is used in two different sense. Just suppose this is your target, and if you shoot your target, two things will happen. Either in first situation you hit the target. If you hit the target, it happens that either this target will die or this target will injured. Mean to say, you will get an effect on this receiver. This verb shoot here, this verb shoot, and the effect of shoot is on what? The effect is of shoot is on this target, because I'm saying and killed it. And killed it, in case of injured or died, this verb become transitive verb, and transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. Don't use any preposition. But the second situation is what? When you hit a target, right, sometimes it escaped. You are unable to hit the target, or you can say in the situation of escaped, So in the situation of escaped, but it escaped, this won't become object. This won't become object. Now this verb become intransitive verb, and intransitive verbs are followed by a preposition. If you don't get an object, now this object become prepositional object. So in the situation of escaped, now it becomes transitive verb, intransitive verb, and now this demands a preposition at. So if you just apply it in the sentence, in the first sentence, it is said that the hunter shot blank the lion and killed it. It means you are getting the effect of shoot on the lion. You are getting the effect. It means this is transitive verb. Don't use any preposition after that. But in the second sentence, you are getting a reference, and it is said but it escaped. It means you are not getting the effect of shoot on lion. So now it becomes intransitive verb, and this intransitive verb shoot will demand what? At. Sentence will be fine now. So make it clear what is the basic difference. If object is receiving the effect of verb shoot, now it becomes transitive verb. Don't use any preposition in that particular situation. If object is not getting the effect of verb shoot, now it becomes prepositional object, and this verb become intransitive. Now you can use a preposition at with the verb shoot, right? So make it clear. So let us move to the different, some other examples you can say. Okay, let us take an example of a verb equal. Okay, the sentence is, if I say nothing can equal blank his records. Nothing can equal blank his records. This is the first sentence. Okay. And no one is equal. Yeah, or you can say nothing is equal. Nothing is equal blank his records. Right? Two different sentences you have. In both the sentences, we are talking about a word, and that word is equal. Okay, this word is equal. So make it sure this word equal is used in two different parts of speech. It shows two different sense. This one is transitive verb, this one is transitive verb, and second one, this is also an adjective. This is also an adjective. So make it sure whenever it is a transitive verb, don't use a preposition with that particular verb equal, or whenever it is used as an adjective, use a preposition to with that. To will be there. So let us apply it in the sentence. Here word can is a modal auxiliary verb, and make it sure modal auxiliary verb always demands a first form of the verb. This is main verb, first form of the verb, main verb, and make it sure now it becomes transitive verb. Transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition, but in the second sentence, this word equal is followed by a linking verb, and linking verbs are followed by an adjective. And if this word equal is an adjective, we use a preposition to with that. Sentence will be like, nothing is equal to his records and nothing can equal his records. Sentence will be like that. Are you getting my point? Yes. Are you getting everything? Is everything okay? So let us move to the next question. Let us move to the some different verbs, and verbs you can say. Verbs you can say. Okay, face. Another word we are going to use, and that word is face. And the sentence is, they have faced blank strong criticism First sentence is they have faced blank strong criticism. Okay, and the second sentence is, if I say they are faced blank strong criticism. Okay, again in both the sentences we have a word that is face. Okay, in the first sentence, after helping verb have, this word faced is a main verb, third form of the verb, and this verb now becomes transitive verb. And as we know, transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition, but in the second sentence this linking verb are is followed by a complement. Now this word faced is an adjective, and whenever word faced is an adjective, it demands a preposition with. So now sentence will be like they are faced with strong criticism, and if a word face is a verb, it becomes a transitive verb, and transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. As we know, this word strong criticism, what have they faced? What have they faced? So this is strong criticism is the reply of what, and reply of what is always a direct object. If you are getting an object, it means verb is transitive. Transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. So let us move to the next part. Okay, make it sure said to, said to, said to is always equal to what? Said to is equal to told or asked, right? So make it sure this verb told or asked is always a transitive verb. And how this become transitive verb? Make it sure in transitive verb say plus preposition. In transitive verb plus preposition, it becomes a transitive verb, and this transitive verbs are not followed by a preposition to. If, as we know, said plus to is told or asked, so it means inside told or asked you already have a preposition to. So if you have already a preposition to inside said or asked, so don't use any preposition to after told or asked, right? Okay, so just a minute, let me check the list of that. Okay, all right. If I say ask for is what? Ask for is demand. Okay, this verb demand is also a transitive verb. Here verb intransitive verb is ask, and for is a preposition. This verb intransitive verb plus preposition is transitive verb demand. So never use a preposition after demand. Never use a preposition after demand. Okay, so let us talk about if I say tell about. Tell about is equal to what? Tell about is, you can say, tell about. Tell about is, you can say, explain or describe. Explain or describe. Here also make it sure this verb tell is intransitive verb plus this is preposition. This intransitive verb plus preposition is a transitive verb, and make it sure transitive verbs are not followed by preposition. Don't use any preposition like about with explain or describe. Don't use any preposition. Okay, talk about. We have a intransitive verb talk and a preposition about. Talk about is equal to what? Discuss. Talk about is equal to discuss. So this verb talk is intransitive verb plus this is preposition. Intransitive verb plus preposition is equal to transitive verb, and this discuss transitive verb is not followed by a preposition about. Don't use a preposition about after discuss. Don't use a preposition after explain or describe. Don't use about. Don't use for after demand, because you know it very well. All these verbs are already transitive verbs, and transitive verbs never demand a preposition, because these verb already have a preposition inside them, so we don't use any preposition after these verbs. So let us move to some more examples. Okay, if I say come into or go into, come or go into is equal to always enter, so don't use a preposition into after enter. So this verb enter is a transitive verb, so don't use into after this transitive verb. Okay, run away. Run away is equal to what? Run away is equal to flee. So never say flee away. Never say flee away. This is transitive verb, and transitive verbs are not followed by a preposition away. Okay. So next one is, next example is what? This verb look is an intransitive verb. Look plus into. Look into is equal to investigate. Look into is equal to what? Investigate. So this verb is a transitive. That's why we don't use a preposition into this after this transitive verb investigate. Don't say investigate into. We can say look into, right? We can say look into. This is intransitive verb. Intransitive verbs are followed by a preposition. But we don't say investigate. We can't say investigate into. Investigate is a pure transitive verb, right? Okay. If I check some more verbs like describe, despite, okay, despite, emphasize, flee, introduce, investigate, reach, despite, reach, resemble. Okay, now make it sure. This word in spite of, this word in spite of, this word is preposition. This you can say complete prepositional phrase. In spite of is equal to what? Despite. This word is, this word is also a preposition, right? So don't say despite of, don't say despite of. Okay, arrive at is equal to what? Arrive at is always equal to reach. So this reach is a transitive verb, so don't say reach at. Don't use a preposition after transitive verb reach, right? Okay, if I say similar to, similar to is equal to resemble, right? And as we know, we already have a preposition to inside this transitive verb resemble, so don't say resemble to, don't say resemble to, right? Okay, so let us take some more examples. If I talk about, okay, visit and attack. Okay, let us talk about they visited blank the hill station. They visited blank the hill station last month, right? And the second sentence is they made a visit blank the hill station last month. They made a visit blank the hill station last month. Two different sentences you have. Just a minute. Okay, you know what is happening in all these sentences? I'm talking about, हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो बात कर रहे हैं transitive verbs की. और जैसा कि हमने सीखा कि ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स वो सभी वर्ब्स होती हैं डियर विच आर नेवर फॉलोड बाय अ प्रेपोजिशन, जिनके बाद में प्रेपोजिशन हम यूज नहीं करते हैं, राइट। इन ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स के बाद में अक्सर प्रेपोजिशन देके एरर दी जाती हैं, लेकिन एक बात को तय कर लें कि इन सम सिचुएशंस और यू कैन से इन सम केसेस होता क्या है कि ये वर्ब तो होती ही हैं, लेकिन वर्ब के अलावा इनके वेरियस जो पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच और भी होते हैं, दूसरे पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच भी होते हैं। लाइक जब ये वर्ब का यूज ना करके नाउन का वर्क कर रही होती हैं या फिर एडजेक्टिव का काम कर रही होती हैं, तो फिर इनके साथ में प्रेपोजिशन यूज की जा सकती है, या फिर ये वर्ब किसी सेंटेंस में ट्रांजिटिव बन जाती हैं, किसी सेंटेंस में ये वर्ब इंट्रांजिटिव के तरीके से भी एक्ट कर लेती हैं। तो जब ये वर्ब ट्रांजिटिव बनी हुई हैं तो बेशक इनके बाद में प्रेपोजिशन यूज नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन यदि ये वर्ब इंट्रांजिटिव बन चुकी हैं तो इनके बाद में प्रेपोजिशंस आया करती है, प्रेपोजिशंस का यूज इनके बाद में हम कर लेते हैं। यदि मीनिंग चेंज हो गया है, मीनिंग चेंज होने से यदि ये ट्रांजिटिव ना होके इंट्रांजिटिव वर्ब के तरीके से एक्ट कर रही हैं, तो फिर इनके बाद में प्रेपोजिशन का यूज कर दिया जाता है माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स। लाइक इन बोथ द सेंटेंसेस, here we have a verb. In the first sentence you are getting a verb visited, and this is the second form, this is transitive verb. Transitive verb है because we know what did they visit last month, what did they visit the last month, right? तो हमें रिप्लाई मिलता है, what का रिप्लाई यहाँ पे जो है वो आपका ऑब्जेक्ट हो जाता है। अब जैसे ही ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया, ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब हो गई, तो डोंट यूज एनी प्रेपोजिशन। बट इन द सेकेंड सेंटेंस यू नो इट वेरी वेल, सेकेंड सेंटेंस में हमें पता है कि वी आर गेटिंग अ वर्ब मेड, वर्ब है हियर, verbs are followed by an object, object can only be noun or pronoun. Here word visit is a noun and article is used for a noun, article is used for a noun, and when it is used as a noun we use a preposition to after visit, right? तो अभी आपने क्या पाया, जब विजिट वर्ब थी तो ये ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब थी, ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स के बाद prepositions यूजेबल नहीं होती हैं, and if it is used as a noun, so now we can use a preposition to with visit. Same thing happens here, same thing happens like if I say they did not knock, sorry, if I say they could not answer, to my questions, they could not answer to my questions, and second sentence is they had no answer, they had no answer to my questions, right? Two different sentences you have, they could not answer to my questions and they had no answer to my questions. Okay, let us move to the sentences. Like in the first sentence, as we know, this word could is a modal auxiliary verbs. Modals are followed by a main verb, this is first form of the verb, and make it sure this verb is a transitive verb, this is a transitive verb. And how can you know this is transitive verb? This word my questions, this is the reply of what, and the reply of what is always a direct object. How can you put questions? What could they not answer? What could they not answer? So reply is what, they could not answer my questions. Now it becomes a transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are not followed by a preposition to, right? This transitive verb answer is not followed by a preposition to. But in the second sentence, here we have a verb had, and after this verb we get an object. This object will always be a noun, and this word no is a determiner. And if this is used as a noun, now we can use a preposition to after that, this noun answer, right? So you have to find it out ki, what is the part of speech of that particular word in a sentence. You know this word answer or visit. You have this word. You can check this one. Here you can get this word answer in the list. Okay. And visit also you have. This is visit, right? So you have to focus on the part of speech of these words, whether these are verbs or nouns. You have to find it out. If these are verbs, these are transitive verbs not followed by preposition, and if they have their different parts of speech, now you can use a preposition with all these verbs. So this is the concept. So you have to focus on the on this particular thing. Okay. So take some more examples. If I say they could not access to the prime minister, to the PM. Or if I say they had no access to the PM. They had no access to the PM. Again, you have two different sentences. Okay. In all the sentences, as we know, in the first sentence, this modal could is followed by a main verb. This is a transitive verb. How can you find it out? Ki this is transitive word, transitive verb. This verb PM is the reply of whom, and the reply of whom is always indirect object. How can you put questions? Whom could they not access? Whom could they not access? Reply of whom will be the PM, and you are getting the reply of this verb access. So it means this is transitive verb. Transitive verbs are not followed by a preposition, drop 2. But in the next sentence, this word had is a verb. After this verb, this access is a noun. This word no is a determiner. And if it is used as a noun, now we can use a preposition to after this noun access. So this is the main concept actually, right? So let us move to the next concept, or let us change the concept. Okay, we have discussed many of the words. Yes. Okay. So let us move to the next concept. And the sentence is the sentence is first sentence is the students answered the students answered all the questions with honestly. The students answered all the questions with honestly. This is the first sentence. Second one is you can do it by easily. You can do it by easily. Third sentence is we shall open some branches. We shall open some branches in abroad. And the next sentence is They will reach there. They will reach there on tomorrow. They will reach there on tomorrow. So different four sentences you have. So let us check all the sentences. So what is the error part in different sentences? Okay, in the first sentence, you know it very well. This word answered is a verb, right? And this word students is a subject. This is a subject. This word students is a subject, right? And all the questions is the object of this sentence. This is the object and this is the reply of what, right? And here word honestly, this is adverb, adverb of manner. This is adverb of manner. Honestly, this ly is adverb suffixes, right? Ly is adverb suffix. So honestly is adverb, adverb of manner, right? In the second sentence, if you talk about, in the second sentence, this word easily is also adverb of manner. This is also adverb of manner, easily, because of this letters like ly. Okay, in the third sentence, we know it very well. This word abroad is adverb, adverb of place, right? Adverb of place. And in the last sentence, this word tomorrow, this is also an adverb, adverb of what? Adverb of time, right? So let us apply in all the sentences. This word adverb, adverb you have honestly is an adverb, and before adverb you have a preposition with, right? You have a preposition with. So make it sure make it sure that preposition plus noun, preposition, or you can say adverb, adverb is always equal to what? Adverb is always equal to preposition plus noun. This is always equal to preposition plus noun. After combining preposition plus noun, what it becomes? It becomes adverb. It means inside adverb you already have a preposition and a noun. So if you have a preposition, if you have this preposition already inside the adverb, it means adverbs are never preceded by any prepositions. No preposition is used before adverbs. This is the concept. So in different exams, examiner gives such questions. Examiner gives preposition before adverb, which is never used, you can say. Prepositions are never used before adverbs because adverbs already have preposition inside them. So in the first sentence, drop a preposition with. Now sentence will be okay. Sentence will be like, the students answered all the questions honestly. Sentence will be like that. Okay, in the first sentence, this adverb, adverbs are not preceded by any preposition. So in the second sentence, drop preposition by. Sentence will be like, you can do it easily. Okay, in the third sentence, we know it very well. This word abroad is an adverb of place. Adverbs, they have already a preposition inside them. So drop in before abroad, right? Word tomorrow, tomorrow is adverb of time. We already have a preposition inside this adverb, so don't use any preposition before adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of time. Don't use any preposition. So drop on, sentence will be fine. So how it happens? Make it sure this word honestly, this word honestly is always equal to what? Honestly is equal to with plus honesty, with plus honesty, right? This word with is a preposition, honesty is a noun. Preposition plus noun, this word is adverb, so don't use a preposition with before this word honestly. Don't use with. Okay, in the second sentence, easily is equal to what? Easily is equal to what? By ease. By ease. This word by is a preposition, is a noun. By is equal to easily. It means already you have a preposition by inside easily, so drop preposition by before easily. Don't say by easily. You can also say, you can say like, you can say by ease, you can speak like, you can do it by ease. By ease will be fine now. And this preposition plus noun is also equal to adverb. You can say you can do it by ease, but don't say by easily. If you have an adverb, drop preposition before that particular adverb. The concept is that, right? You can say with honesty. With honesty can be okay in the sentence, but don't say with honestly. Honestly is an adverb. Drop preposition before that. Either you say the students answered the questions honestly, or you can say the students answered all the questions with honesty. With honesty can be there in a sentence, right? So in the third sentence, this word abroad, this word abroad is equal to what? In plus the foreign country. In plus the foreign country, right? This word in is a preposition, and this word foreign country is a compound noun. This is compound noun. So preposition plus noun is equal to adverb. It means you already have a preposition in inside abroad, so drop preposition in before abroad. Sentence will be like, we shall open some branches abroad, right? Okay. You can also speak like, we shall open some branches in the foreign country. In the foreign country can be there in that particular sentence, but don't say in abroad. Okay. In the last sentence, word adverb you have, and the adverb is tomorrow. Make it short. Tomorrow is equal to on plus the coming day. On plus the coming day is equal to tomorrow, right? So it means preposition on plus compound noun. This compound noun, preposition plus noun becomes what? Adverb. Adverb of time. Already you have a preposition on inside tomorrow, so drop preposition on. Either you say they will reach there tomorrow, or you can say they will reach there on the coming day. On the coming day can be there in that particular sentence. So the concept is what? The concept is prepositions are not used before adverbs. Prepositions are not used before adverbs. This is the concept. Okay, let us move to some more examples. If I say, the soldiers fought with tooth and nail. The soldiers fought with tooth and nail. It is raining like. It is raining like cats and dogs. Okay, two different sentences you have. You have two different sentences. The soldiers fought with tooth and nail, and in the second sentence it is raining like cats and dogs. Okay, in the first sentence you have a idiom, and this idiom is what? Tooth and nail, right? And this idiom tooth and nail shows the sense of, you can say bravely, or you can say heroically. Bravely or heroically, it shows the sense of bravely or heroically, right? And as we know, this idiom shows the sense of bravely or heroically. It means this idiom also acts as an adverb. This idiom is also is also an adverb. And as we have learned, adverbs are never preceded by any preposition. So drop preposition with before tooth and nail. This idiom acts as an adverb because we know the meaning of tooth and nail is bravely or heroically, you can say. So drop a preposition with before that particular adverb, tooth and nail, right? In the second sentence, as we know, again we have an idiom, cats and dogs. This idiom is also acts as an adverb because the meaning of cats and dogs is what? Heavily. The meaning of rain, cats and dog is what? Heavily. So this is adverb and this word like is a preposition. Don't say this is verb. Here we have a main verb, raining. So this is a preposition and we don't use preposition before adverbs. Same thing happens like don't say with bag and baggage. Don't say with bag and baggage. As we know, the meaning of bag and baggage is what? With all belongings. With all belongings. This is the meaning of bag and baggage. This is also adverb. So don't say with bag and baggage. We can say the poor farmers left the village bag and baggage. Or you can say the poor farmers left the village with all belongings. Right? Okay. Another idiom we have, we also speak like heart and soul. With heart and soul, we usually say. With heart and soul. Okay. This heart and soul is also an idiom. And this idiom shows the sense of adverb, drop a preposition with. Reason behind, the meaning of heart and soul is what? With, you can see, meaning of heart and soul is wholeheartedly. The meaning of heart and soul is what? Wholeheartedly. Man se, dil se, lagan se, right? The meaning of heart and soul is wholeheartedly. So this is also an adverb. Drop preposition with before that. As we know, the concept is prepositions are not used before adverbs. Prepositions are not used before adverbs. So I hope you are getting everything. We are discussing a chapter, preposition. This is one of the most important chapters, as I said. So keep sharing these classes with all your friends. You have your classes of English at 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday, but there will be a little bit changes in timing. Your timing of this class can be, you can say, 4 to 5 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. tomorrow, right? So there will be slightly change, you can say, in the timing, right? So keep sharing these sessions with your friends. And keep inviting them, and subscribe Crack Grade B if you have not subscribed yet. So it is enough from my side, and I just keep my finger crossed for you. So take care, bye bye, love you all. Thank you very much.